What is happening, YouTube? Caleb 2010 back again, bringing the coolest battles of yesterday and today. So I'll lead out with a Zelf, and my opponent leads out with Tentacle. And a Zelf wasn't my original lead, but what happens in a Wi-Fi room is right before the battle commences, you get to view your opponent's team and vice versa. So you get to pick the order of your Pokemon depending on what you think will be most effective against your opponent's team. In my case, I went out with a Zelf because I realized that he doesn't have all too much to take Life Orb Psychics repeatedly, and I had a suspicion that he might indeed lead out with Tentacle. And at least he gets up one layer of spikes before he gets to a KO by the Psychic. Breezing that thing, I'm quite familiar with that being that I have one, I've caught one, and that is one fast ninja bug. How come all the fastest Pokemon happen to be bugs? It bugs me. LOL pun. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for the meteor match. Before I set up SR, it doesn't make sense for him to stay in, considering that might, theoretically speaking, go for the theoretically speaking, I'm sorry, go for continue to go for meteor match, being that I don't want that thing to set up, but I predicted switch out into that thing. That thing is awesome. It's electric, but it has levitate. Now, I would not know that it has levitate or that it was electric if I didn't run into it in the game. So I would have probably been like, what the hell is that? But it's an electric snake. Kind of similar to an eel. I could see what 4Kids was doing with that. So, or I'm sorry, Game Freak, Nintendo Game Freak. So he's gonna go for a move called Dragon Tail. What happens is it hits me, it inflicts damage, and switches me out into the Pokemon that I have behind it. Like, see that thing that I just sent out, whatever his name was directly behind Metagross in the order of Pokemon. So that was actually pretty awesome. It doesn't make any sense to run Taunt or stuff anymore in certain cases, because a number of Pokemon do learn Dragon Tail. So you can just kind of force your opponents to switch out, and you can kind of control what comes in. Also, if you really pay that close attention to the lineup of your opponent's team, also kind of like Zoroark, where you could really kind of manipulate it. And so after taking the electric eel out, he's just gonna bring in that thing. I can't switch out because the shadow tag finishes me off with the shadow ball. And I'm just gonna bring in Suicune, and he's gonna switch out. Obviously, he wants to save his thing for later. It's obviously Scarfed. And he's just gonna bring in this thing. I'll go for the boiling water anyway, just because it has a 30% chance of inflicting a burn. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna burn whatever comes in. That is the beauty of that thing. Prediction kind of goes out the window in a sense, because you can be like, okay, I'm just gonna do boiling water anyway. I'm just gonna burn. Brings in Breloom, has a possibility of burning. You never know with these things. So that thing that I just took out happens to be Dragon. I expected it to go down, but then I didn't really know its typing, so I don't even know its stats. But I was like, hey, Ice Beam, I know it's Dragon because it looks like it's Dragon, and whatever. At least I take it out before Shandor comes in and traps me and finishes me off with the Energy Ball. Now he's locked into Energy Ball. I have to take this thing out. So I'm gonna switch into my fighting Pokemon. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did I say it was a fighting Pokemon? That happens to be Zoroark. The pronunciation, I suck at it. Anyway, Zoroark, what happens with that thing is that it comes in, copies the nickname and the form of the Pokemon that it has in the back of it, like in predecessor order. So Zoroark is number 2. It will copy the Pokemon that's number 3, the name, the nickname, and the form. So you won't even know that it's that particular Pokemon until you either hit it or until I do a move. Or even if it has the same move, that's the beauty of it. If it has the same move of a Pokemon that I have elsewhere on my team, like for instance Shandor, I have Flamethrower. It's supposed to do Fire Blast because I have because Zoroark can't learn Fire Blast, it learns Flamethrower. So it's just the way you use it, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Now this Pokemon is a real thing. It's just a fighting type. And after Will-O-Wisp, I know he has that thing and the bug left. Being that I know what the bug is, like, it has kind of the same, almost the same defensive stats as Ninjask. Plus, it doesn't have the flying resistance to boot. So I know that high jump kick will finish it off, and it does. That was a great game, Alex. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Zoroark is awesome. I love that thing. I can see that thing going uber pretty soon. So, viewers, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and continue to enjoy the rest of my videos. I'll see you guys in the near future. Peace.
Don't give up. Challenge again.